Hi, this is Sean Cassidy, and you are listening to the Pop Culture Preservation Society with Kristin, Carolyn, and Michelle, and Sean Cassidy.
Can I sing it?
Oh, I might give you an extra point for that.
Okay. What did you think I would do at this moment when you stand here before me with tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you... So that's At This Moment by Billy Vera and the Beaters.
Hello world is a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Preservation Society, the podcast for people born in the big wheel generation who know how to tell time on an analog watch. Or should I say analog swatch?
We believe our Gen X childhoods gave us unforgettable songs, stories, characters, and images. And if we don't talk about them, they'll disappear, like Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition.
And today, Kristin and Michelle will be squaring off in the ultimate 80s music showdown as they compete in a fun little game of trivia, Rewinding the 80s. I'm Carolyn.
I'm Kristin.
And I'm already the loser. I'm Michelle, and we are your pop culture preservationists. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of this little project we started almost 3 years ago and is now somehow 130-something episodes in. Oh, 30-something. We should do an episode on 30-something.
130-something.
I have ideas about that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes. Really?
But you guys wait for it. It's season 10.
I remember when I turned 10 years old and I was so excited there was going to be two numbers in my age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember
That's true. We're double digits.
Yes. I was watching Ryan's Hope when I had this, like, epiphany. I'm 10. That's like two numbers.
This is big stuff. I feel like there should be a balloon drop right now. I feel like, I don't know, Kristin and Michelle should like pop out of people's speakers and pass out grilled cheese sandwiches and ding dongs or something to celebrate. This is a big deal.
But it's such a 2023 season 10, too, because in the old days, 10 seasons would be 10 years.
That is correct.
Right?
That is
and
correct.
you would have 22 episodes in a season, and it would go from September until Sweeps Week in May.
Right.
And then you could have a little break in the summer and come back for to find out who killed JR in September. And now I don't know what a season is anymore. And last night, I have to tell you, we accidentally watched the finale, the season finale of Barry, and I was so mad that I didn't know it was the finale because I didn't. If I had known, I would have been engrossed in a different way, or I would have celebrated. I don't know. And I was like, well, we'll see what happens next time.
No, done.
No, next
It's
time.
done.
That's right. There's no next time.
I don't like it. And so now I always tell Mike when we start a show, I'm like, look to see how many episodes there are. We have to know first because I have to know when it's the last one.
Right.
I agree with you.
Excellent point. Well, we won't be doing our last one for just forever, right?
No.
We'll be at whatever Golden Arches nursing home, the McDonald's
nursing home, which honestly is fine with me.
No, I think we'll buy the Mary Tyler Moore house, and that'll be our nursing home. And then
And
we'll all just
McDonald's
live
will
there.
deliver
That's correct.
a frozen Coke with one of those big straws, and they'll be happy as a clam.
Well, this summer has flown by and been chock full of milestones for all three of us, both personally and professionally. And no doubt you're all aware of one of our biggest highlights, our incredible interview with Sean Cassidy, which if you've still not listened to, please scroll back and listen to it ASAP. He's so insightful and witty and wise. And we're really proud of that interview. Yeah. And then we met him in real life in New York City, which was truly the pinnacle. But we've also had a ton going on personally. And for me, that means since season 9, I'm now sitting about 915 miles from Carolyn and Kristin.
But
Carolyn, can you insert
same.
some like sobbing music?
Yes.
I know.
Or cheering.
Yeah, well, because yeah, right. It depends on whose
we get to
perspective.
visit you, not because
Whose perspective? Because just last week, listeners, my husband and I moved to Denver, Colorado. Now we can insert cheers and applause and trumpets and fanfare.
Do you say Colorado or Colorado? Actually,
Colorado?
I should say, do the people in Colorado, do they say Colorado?
Colorado is what
They say Colorado.
I have a cousin who is from Oklahoma, and he says Colorado. but
I
I
say
feel
Colorado.
like oh, you say
do.
Colorado?
I say Colorado.
I say Colorado.
Colorado.
Sorry.
Well,
know
I
if
guess
I'm wrong or not.
it's a Gala thing, I guess.
But I also say
don't know.
Halloween.
Oh,
As opposed to
Halloween.
what?
Halloween.
Halloween? I say
You say
Halloween.
Halloween?
I say Halloween.
Okay, happy
I think
Halloween.
this might be a West Coast thing then. Because you had most of your
Halloween?
Halloweens on the West
What are you, like
Coast.
a British accent?
I know
Halloween.
everybody
Halloween.
except you and me,
Halloween.
they say Halloween.
You know what's
Hallows
weird on
Eve.
the same note, though, with the whole British accent? Do you guys call your mother's or your father's sister an aunt?
I'm an aunt.
Aunt.
You're an aunt. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, same. It's always
Minnesota
an aunt.
is
so-and-so.
aunt.
Okay, because for some reason, my daughters
Yeah.
say
Oh,
aunt.
mine too.
And every time
children.
I'm like, oh, aren't we proper? Right. Your aunt. What is
Same with mine.
It's Minnesota.
Okay, and they were both raised in Minnesota.
That's right. They're Minnesota children. As much as I had a childhood in Minnesota, the childhood didn't begin in Minnesota. And so my words come from California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I have aunts, I have Halloween, and I have Colorado.
All right.
But see, I have aunts, Halloween, and Colorado. So what does that
is
make me?
interesting.
I have aunts.
Although
Halloween.
maybe it's because I moved around everywhere. Let's go
Well,
back
that's
and
a
always.
thing.
I like to use that as an excuse for everything, obviously. So let's just stick with it. Stick
Right.
with what works. Well, anyway, back to Denver, Colorado. Listeners, if you ever decide in your mid-50s to chase that dream you've had for about 25 years and pack up a house you've lived in for almost that long and try to move all your stuff and all this stuff your grown children left behind into a rental house that is smaller than the house you left and not really know what the next page really looks like. But you also know that change is scary, but staying the same is even scarier. So you think, yes, let's be brave. Let's do it. I'm here to tell you, it's going to be way harder and way more stressful than you ever imagined. But it will also be the most amazing and fantastic adventure. You guys, I am so tired.
I bet. Oh.
So tired. But I'm also so happy to be here in Denver. We've seriously dreamt of being in Colorado since we were in our early 20s. And so this just feels like a weird, I don't know, dream, but it just feels so right.
It's a long time coming for you.
Yes. And we're so happy for you. We're sad you're not close, but we're happy that you're happy and that we get to come and visit Colorado.
Right.
And you are living the dream. Like you've sort of adopted a new lifestyle based on the neighborhood you've chosen, and you're showing us all on Instagram what that looks like. And it's a lot of fun.
It's so much fun, Kristin, and it's so different. Everything from the rental house we're in right now, just being such a different type of space for us. The houses we're looking at, they were built in like 1920 and 1930s. And so fun though, to just sort of take this leap and just do something that's so different and so scary. And we are loving every single second of it. And for those of you listening who are worried about me being 915 miles away from Carol and Kristin because you think we see each other all the time and, I don't know, braid each other's hair and have slumber parties. Yes, it's sad. It's obviously sad to move away from your close friends. But what might be surprising to you is that we do about 95% of the podcast remotely. And sometimes we go like a month or more without seeing each other in real life. We see each other on our screens almost weekly. As you guys can imagine, even if we can't verbally converse, we text constantly all day about the podcast, but about non-podcast stuff. So yeah, we're going to be just fine. It's going to be good. The podcast is going to continue. We're still going to get together and do in-person things and travel, and it's going to all be great. So don't worry.
2023 is a good time to be remote friends because it's so easy to see each other's faces. And at least that's how everything we did, whether it was recording an episode or having a meeting or checking in on each other, was done on a screen.
Right.
Even though we were local, everything. And so we'll still see each other's faces on the screen all the time.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of up to all summer. Kristin, and your summer was pretty boring, uneventful, right?
I had a book baby, which will be of no surprise to anybody listening right now. They're like, Kristin, we get it. We get it.
Oh, but you did it so well. You just
so
you
fun.
birthed so beautifully.
It was a natural childbirth, so there was some pain involved. There was not a lot of anesthesia, but it's one of those things where if you just keep pushing. Eventually, you get this glorious little baby. And
just imagining actually giving birth to a book, though.
Ouch.
It's really sharp.
Yeah, there's too many corners.
The corners
cuts.
were a little tricky.
Yeah. It's like the shoulders. Gotta get the shoulders out.
Glad it was paperback.
Ouch. I'm like clenching.
So there were a lot of events. There were a lot of parties. There were a lot of book signings. We were all over the country. We were in Minneapolis and St. Paul and Chicago and in Maine and then back in Minneapolis. And in the aftermath of all of that, this is where you really get to see the fruits of your labor, because what I have been the recipient of is such an amazing amount of love from so many people and so many of our listeners. The love that I'm getting from the listeners feels amazing. I get direct messages. I get people sending me pictures of them reading Worldwide Crush at the beach. I get messages from people as they're reading the book. Like, I just got to the part where X, Y, and Z. Like, they're updating me on the progress of their book reading of Worldwide Crush. And then at the end, when they finish and they text me an emoji of them crying and then the sunshine and then the happy face, it feels so good. And I feel more connected than ever to our listeners. And this is the reason that you write a book. You write a book to make people feel something. And then those people are coming to me and telling me what they feel. And that makes me super happy.
It has to have exceeded your wildest dreams, this type of feedback.
Yes,
like, you
it
hoped
did.
people were going to like it. But yeah, when we get these pictures of a listener on vacation with Worldwide Crush, that has to just make your heart just want to burst. Like,
It's
that's so
very
exciting
surreal.
and fun.
You're like,
and
is this
lovely.
my life? Is this really happening to me right now?
And the photos that one of our listeners sent of her granddaughter on vacation, reading it after she had finished it, after our listener finished it, she passed it along to her granddaughter, and she sent us, we'll have to post these, the cutest pictures of her granddaughter, like reading it in bed and in the back of the car.
Yeah, like curled up in the back seat of the car.
So cute.
It was adorable.
I get the feeling that the listeners understand what this means to me, and that feels really good.
Yeah.
And speaking of feeling good, you two have been responsible for some of the happiest moments of my life this summer. Watching this book baby be birthed is like kind of, like I'm the sister. I was let into the delivery room, and I helped, say push and all of that stuff, and got to hold the baby, right after it was born, and then, just watch all of the
Pass it around.
Yes. And then just all the joy that this book has brought people, and getting to accompany Kristin to these book events has been just really a gift. It's been fun for me because I've met a lot of listeners, obviously. But when somebody you love is getting all of this love, you just feel really good. And so it's just been a joy to ride along to Chicago, to Maine. I mean, my gosh, you guys, I could pick up and move to Maine. That was so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Goat yoga. Future PCPS retreat is going to happen in Maine. We're going to make it happen. Coolest state. Portland was a gem of a city. We flew into the Portland International Jetport. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a jetport. And I just thought that sounded so fun and quaint. And so Maine was fun. All those events were fun. So thank you, Kristin, for letting me tag along and be a part of all that. It was so special.
Thank you to both of you. It's just amazing that we were all able to do this together. And if I had published this book prior to the podcast, I would not have had you on my team. And that would have been an entirely different experience. I would not want that at all. I want it to happen exactly as it happened.
Timing, you guys, I tell
Timing
you,
is
with
everything.
everything in our lives lately, timing is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fulfilling for me to watch the response to Worldwide Crush. Is it weird, Carolyn? Did you feel this way too? Like, standing there? Like, I was so proud by proxy.
Yeah.
There were times when I forgot I didn't write the book. Oh, no, not really. But you know what I mean? Because I love the book so much that when people would respond, I would feel proud. And then you realize you're feeling proud for Kristin, but almost in that split second, you're like, oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Exactly. And I am so proud to be your friend. I know that author,
Oh, my
just
God.
I know intimate things about her. Yes.
Mine and Carolyn's 10-year-old, 12-year-old selves are as impressed that we know Kristin as that we now know Sean Cassidy and Melissa Gilbert.
Amen. Hallelujah. Well, now I've got to share the other kind of, I don't know what kind of event I want to call it, but that Michelle is partly responsible for, I guess. So as we've heard, Michelle has moved, and part of that took her kind of having to downsize and, get rid of things that she didn't necessarily need anymore, or sell things that she wasn't going to need anymore. So one of those things included her jet ski from her cabin. And so Andy and I bought that. And not really thinking right away as we're towing it
I don't know
home,
where this story's going.
I named her Jenny because I thought Jenny the jet ski. Never dawning on me that Jenny and a jet ski should not be in the same sentence if you expect to have future joy on this piece of machinery. I didn't even think about it till Michelle kind of said something, and then I was walking the dog and I thought, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Well, let me just tell you, sometimes some things play out. It did not explode, thank God.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So we take it to the cabin and we put it in the water, and Andy zooms it back to our pier. He takes a few rides on it, hooks it up to the pier. We go up for the evening. The kids come in that night. We're like, can't wait for the next morning. We're going to go out in the jet ski. Andy and the kids go down there. Well, it's kind of half submerged.
Oh no. What happened?
Well, evidently, Michelle, there are these little plugs you're supposed to put in. See, you probably have the lift, so you maybe didn't have to worry about the
lift,
plugs.
so we never had to know
Yeah,
about
we didn't
that.
have the lift yet. So there are these plugs that you're supposed to plug in so water doesn't go into the base of the jet ski and then act like a weight and sink it down. So for the whole Saturday of what we thought was going to be zooming and having all this joyous fun on Jenny was, let me just say, not that. And I won't get into the details because I am still married and, no blood was shed, but there was a lot involved, like Andrew hoisting it, trying on his shoulder. And anyway, but at the end of the day, we got it out and we kind of held it up so water could drain out, and we had fans blowing on it so we could try it out. So anyway, that was one of my fun summer events that you just, you know what? You have all these other plans in your head, but golly gee, when those don't pan out, you just put one foot in front of the other, and it all worked out in the end.
You just pick up your jet ski and dump it
jinxed
out.
it. Yeah, let's stay with the alliteration here. You jinxed the jet ski by naming it Jenny.
Oh, I have no doubt that I jinxed it. Andy's like, don't name it anything.
I want to rescue that though, because I think naming it Jenny is protection. It's like a talisman against the jet ski blowing up. Like it's a tribute to her, and you can decorate it with flowers and stuff like that. You could drive slowly around your lake like it's a little funeral procession for Jenny jet ski. Or should we call it Jenny Gardner jet ski?
When Carolyn first, when I asked if they were interested in the jet ski, she texted and said, "What can you tell us about the jet ski?" And I'm the last person to ask what I could tell her about the jet ski. So I said, well, it's red and it doesn't explode when you go on it.
But she didn't say it doesn't sing.
If you've listened to our soap opera episode, that's my most memorable soap opera moment. And I think I tell the story that we've had this jet ski for, 12 years. And I love going on there's not one time I've been on that jet ski that I don't think it's going to explode. It's going to explode. Mm-hmm. It's just going to sink.
Yeah, it's just going to sink. We needed to bless it for that. So anyway, those were two fun ish events that you guys have been a part of.
Memorable.
Memorable. Thank you.
Memorable.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we're going to call them.
Ski.
And speaking of memorable, Kristin, I have to say that one of, I think, as the PCPS most memorable events happened the end of July when we had our grown-up book fair.
That was epic.
Oh my
So
gosh.
fun.
Epic is putting it mildly. It was all that and then some. I just was so thrilled with, one, how we pulled it off, how cool our little merchandising was. It just looked so good. People loved the posters and the stickers and the pencils and all of these fun items that we had. And P.S. listeners, you might be able to see some of those and get some of those later in the season. We'll keep you posted on that. But the event itself, we had listeners come in from out of state to experience this with us. We had listeners from Oklahoma, Michigan, Colorado. I had a sorority sister who I haven't seen in a really long time bring a friend, and she came. And so that was so fun.
North Dakota?
Yes, North Dakota.
North Dakota. I just don't want to forget Erin in North Dakota.
That's right, Erin.
She and her husband came,
That's right. So that was another fun part of all of this, was getting to meet some listeners that traveled really far to get to see us and meet us, and then having our book talk for a larger crowd, including our families. I mean, my husband and kids were there, and they were laughing at some of the stuff I was saying. It was kind of the most nervous I ever was, to be honest, of all these booked things, because they were there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
It really gelled, and it was different from the other events that we had done, because we really expanded on talking about our crushes and sharing stories about our crushes and sharing crush stories from other people.
Yes.
And it was sort of like doing a comedy routine for a while.
It kind of was,
these stories
wasn't it?
are really funny.
It was like taking the podcast on the road. It was
really
so
was.
much fun. I had a blast that night, and it was like the week before I moved or something. And so it was just a great, great event to be surrounded by you guys and our families and our new friends, the listeners who I consider friends. I really do.
Right.
Just the most lovely people. So it was a really special evening.
And the music, I want to have a DJ.
Oh my gosh, Jan.
Every event that we have, we need to have DJ Jan, because she is a Gen X music. To say she's an aficionado is not a big enough word. She dug so deep, and she played TV theme songs and stuff like that. You're never going to hear music so tailor-made for you than that night.
It's like she was in our heads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like Donnie and Marie were singing like Morning Side of the Mountain.
Yes.
I mean, who plays that except for
What
someone
DJ's
who's
gonna
in my
play
head?
that?
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And we were
loved her.
lucky enough that Jan not only spun some great tunes, but she brought her collection of Tiger Beats for us all to look through. And that was so fun. I mean, come on, guys. Wasn't that fun when we were seeing some
hilarious.
of the, not that men didn't look at Tiger Beat and Dynamite, but seeing some of these grown men flipping through Tiger Beat on the couch as they were, perusing who the latest, whatever, teen idol was. That was so fun too.
It was like they sat there reading it like it was Newsweek or something.
Yes, right.
They were really invested in what kind of girl Andy Gibb is looking for.
Right.
It was really funny.
It was so fun. And we posted a lot about the event, and we had a lot of comments from a lot of our followers who were like, oh, this looks so fun. I hope you get to do it again. I hope I can come again. So on that note, we just want to tease you all with, we are going to be doing some book fair themed things this fall. So just keep a lookout in your social media posts and all that from us, because you'll be seeing some fun things coming your way.
We're working on stuff.
Yes, we are. Lots of fun stuff. You guys, this is season 10.
Our wheels never stop turning.
No.
Never stop.
Wheels in the sky keep on turning.
So we've got lots of fun things planned, lots of fun episodes, some cool Patreon events, and lots more. But speaking of Patreon, the monetary support from our patrons truly does help us keep on trucking and pay those bills, which, you guys, there are kind of quite a few. I think a little bit unexpected from when we started 130 plus episodes. There are, a few bills. And while we would never, ever stoop to begging, we would love for you to consider becoming a patron. There are 3 membership levels. We've got our superstar level at $5 per month, our solid gold friends at $10 a month, and the bicentennial at, you guessed it, $19.76 per month. And each level gets special perks like printables and Zoom meetups and just lots more. And we've got lots of fun stuff in store coming at you. So we would love for you to consider joining us there. We would also like to share that you can get a discount if you sign up for an annual membership. So all you have to do is head over to patreon.com, Patreon, and put Pop Culture Preservation Society in the search bar. That would mean so much to us. But if you can't do a membership on Patreon, a one-time donation might work better for you. And you can also do that by heading to our link in bio on Instagram or on our website at poppreservationist.com. And you click on the support tab and it'll have a link to PayPal where you can donate to our gas fund.
Truly, the support from everybody is what keeps us going, but the monetary support from our patrons is truly what we need to keep this podcast going. We are so appreciative of those of you who are able to do that. Thank you.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. I don't want to miss it when you hit that high.
Are we ready to officially kick off season 10? Are we?
Yes.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
So ready. I'm so excited.
Buckle
I'm here
up,
to play.
everyone. Okay. Because this is going to be the showdown of the century.
I'm getting nervous.
Listen, I'm here to learn, and I'm here to lose. I'm just going to say it.
Don't say that. You're jinxing it now.
No,
and I'm
you
gonna
are.
just go
Everybody
blank.
listening
I'm gonna
to
go
knows
blank.
how I am with music stuff. So I love it. I love to listen to it, but I know nothing.
Welcome to Rewinding the 80s, the musical quiz show for people who knew exactly where they were when video killed the radio star, Michael Jackson thrilled them with Thriller, and Madonna flashed her underwear and garters during her live performance of Like a Virgin at the MTV Music Video Awards.
Underpants.
Oh, that's right. Her panties. Here at Rewinding the 80s, we like to quote the author and music aficionado Martin Joseph Quinn to describe our favorite decade of music. Because our favorite decade didn't have the Beatles or Janis or Zeppelin, but somehow the years between the death of disco and the onslaught of grunge makes us smile even on a bad day. And why is that? Well, freaks come out at night. The outsiders that got wedgies in the locker room and spitballs in their hair avenge themselves by becoming pop stars. Cyndi Lauper wore skirts made of newspaper and hit the top 10 with a song about masturbation. Annie Lennox shaved her head and cavorted with cows. Boy George became the world's most popular transvestite. Prince sang falsetto and played a vicious guitar. And the most popular musician of the decade, Michael Jackson, may have been the freakiest of them all. Musicians and their fans rebelled by showing their true colors. It was liberating and fun. What a decade of music.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's my favorite decade of music.
Well,
and
good.
having said that, everybody listening, please remember that because I love to listen to it. It's my favorite decade of music, though, for sure. It's what I listen to all the time.
Well, there you go. Well, hopefully that will help you.
Oh, it won't at all.
Okay.
It won't at all.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome today's contestants. Kristin Nilsson hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and in the 1980s, you could likely find Kristin listening to WLOL radio, hoping to hear some Janet Jackson tunes coming across the airwaves. Welcome, Kristin.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Our next contestant is Michelle Newman, and Michelle joins us from Denver, Colorado. In the 80s, you might have found Michelle hanging out alongside her pink boombox, listening to the likes of Wham and Duran Duran. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a little nervous.
So don't be. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the way we play Rewinding the 80s. So our questions are divided into categories, and each category includes 4 questions. So there'll be 2 for each of you. If you answer correctly, you will be awarded 1 point. But if you miss the question, your opponent will have the opportunity to answer and earn that point.
Okay.
Yes. And guess what? The contestant with the most points at the end of the game, they're going to be the winner. How about that? And you want to know what the lucky winner gets?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Not
please.
only will the lucky winner carry the title of 80s Music Master, they will get to choose the 80s inspired dance that the loser will perform live on Patreon. So if that isn't a reason to become a patron of the PCPS, I don't know what is. So head on over to Patreon if you haven't already joined us over there, because you're going to get to see some fun losers in action there. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what shoes I should wear for the moonwalk. I have to get slippery.
Well, wait, and now I don't want you guys to
Wheelies.
purposely lose.
Heelys, I mean. What were they called? Heelys. My kids
You're
used to
gonna
have
wanna
Heelys.
lose.
Oh, yeah.
You can't purposely tank now because
No,
you
I
want
wanna
to
win.
dance.
I'm a winner.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You are
If
a
I
winner.
won this game, I would be I would get a shirt printed
Okay.
that was
We might do that.
broadcasting it to people that I knew something about 80s music.
Maybe we'll make you a crown too. And there could be a cape kind of a thing.
I think listeners right now, because listeners understand, truly, Kristin and I do not know any of these questions. So place your bets now. And if I were you, I might actually call a bookie in Vegas. This is big stuff.
Well, just so everyone knows, today's questions are inspired by the book Don't Dream It's Over, The 80s Music Party Game by Martin Joseph Quinn. And we will share where you can find that in our weekly reader. We'll share a link to that. All right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do. To determine who will start today's game, I'm going to give you a simple math problem.
Oh, well, math already. That's Kristin's thing.
Well, yes, but you never know. You never know.
Next,
This
just
is
give us
very
some French
simple.
vocabulary.
It'll be a tie.
This is addition and subtraction. This is some
Okay.
very basic math, okay? And the contestant who comes closest to the correct answer gets to choose the starting category. It's 1985, and you're heading to Sam Goody at the mall. You have a $20 bill and plan to buy the new Tears for Fears cassette, Songs from the Big Chair, and 2 blank Memorex tapes to make mixtapes for friends' birthday presents. How much change will you receive from this purchase?
Are they 60-minute tapes or 90-minute tapes?
Good question.
You
makes
go back
you
and look at my
Carolyn's face.
picture. You're right. We're going to say 60.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
I already have an answer because I'm just going for it. You guys, Kristin's looking down like she's doing math. I'm going to say $9 is my change.
I'm going to say $4.
Well, $7 would be the correct answer.
Oh no.
Because here's how we got the math. The total would have been $13. An average album cassette in 1985 cost $7.
That's what I did. Oh, $7. And then I did $2 and $2.
Okay, well, the average or the Memorex blank cassette tapes that I saw the picture of with the little tag on them were $2.99. So I rounded that up to 3. Okay. So there were 2 of those. 6 plus 7 is 13. So $7 and change. Okay. So Michelle, you were the closest. You will get to choose our first category.
Okay.
And here are your choices. You ready?
Oh, no. Mm-hmm.
Movie magic. Questions inspired from movie soundtracks. Girl power. Questions about 80s female artists. More girl power, because there's just too much female awesomeness in this decade to have only had 4 questions. Video killed the radio star. MTV-related questions. TV tunes. Songs related to television shows in the 80s. Kristin's Sure Shots. So these will be Janet Jackson and Prince-related questions. Michelle's Gimmies. These are Duran Duran related questions. Whose line is it anyway? Our lyric focused questions. And finally, sing a song. I will provide several lines to an 80s hit, and you will need to respond with the next line. And you'll receive an extra point if you sing that line. Okay, Michelle, what category would you like to start with?
Could you please repeat the categories?
No,
just
I
kidding.
cannot. I cannot.
I've already
and will
forgotten
not.
them. I need them on a Jeopardy board.
I know. I
Okay.
should have put that up.
You would think that I was going to start with the Michelle's Gimmies, but I'm going to save that category for when I'm when I'm losing a lot. The one that really struck me was the TV one. So I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. So TV tunes. Question number 1 will go to you, Michelle.
Okay.
What General Hospital and Melrose Place star made girls and women swoon with the ballad All I Need?
That would be Frisco Jones named Jack Wagner.
Michelle, that is very good. And you know what? Right off the bat,
Don't I get an extra point for both his name and his
no,
character
because I
name?
didn't ask that. I could have said that was wrong.
Listeners,
Like
I
on
think listeners right
Jeopardy.
now agree that I should have gotten 2 points for
I
that.
think you over-answered, which should be a negative. I only asked you for who. But you will get a bonus question here, and a chance to earn another point.
Okay.
What 80s rocking heartthrob also starred on General Hospital?
I mean, I see this person as, I don't know if he's a rock. I mean, my first thought was John Stamos.
Oh, And I'm not. No, he's not a rockin' heartthrob. So, Kristin,
Also, as a host, you should not make the person answering feel badly about their answer. That's not a good game show host. You guys should have seen her face from my answer.
So disgusted.
Was like horrified that I would even say John
I
Stamos.
can't believe it either. Actually.
I couldn't believe that
she's
she
was going to feel bad.
She couldn't. She had like options.
Already, you guys are making me feel bad for wrong answers.
You're right.
This
was a very clever wrong answer. That was a great wrong answer.
I just went with my first.
Yes,
my first
I love
gut.
that.
First thing that popped into my head.
Okay, Kristin, what popped into your head?
Rick Springfield.
It would be Rick Springfield.
Oh,
yes.
right. Yes, he was on General Hospital. That's right.
Okay. Now, next question is going to go to Kristin. Waylon Jennings sang the theme song to what Good Old Boys TV show?
Dukes of Hazzard.
This would be correct. And this question also has a bonus to it. Which Dukes of Hazzard star had a top 20 hit in 1981 titled It's Now or Never?
John Schneider.
This would be correct. Yes. Okay. All right, Michelle, I think you'll know this one. What was the Alex P. Keaton and his college girlfriend Ellen's song on Family Ties?
Can I sing it?
Oh, I might give you an extra point for that.
Okay. What did you think I would do at this moment? When you stand here before me with tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you. So that's At This Moment by Billy Vera and the Beaters.
Okay, I'm going to give you a bonus just because that was so well done, and you gave us the artist as well. Over answering, she loves to over answer. This girl.
Hey, when I know something though, because I'm going to not know a ton. So when I know something, I'm going to make sure you guys know I knew it.
She's doing all the extra credit.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. All right. So final question in TV tunes goes to you, Kristin. Who sang the theme song to the TV show Moonlighting? A. Peebo Bryson, B. Al Jarreau, C. Luther Vandross, or Dross, whichever you prefer, or George Benson.
Al Jarreau.
Al Jarreau is correct.
Someone by night, some by day, nothing could change you, except and sure of the way.
So, Kristin, will you please choose our next category?
Okay, I'm going with soundtracks.
Okay, soundtracks it is. We will start with you, Kristin. What artist is considered the king of the 80s movie soundtrack with his trifecta hits like I'm All Right from Caddyshack, Footloose from Footloose, and Danger Zone from Top Gun?
Kenny Loggins.
Correct. Kenny Loggins is the correct answer. All righty, Michelle. Man in Motion is the subtitle of what 80s soundtrack hit?
St. Elmo's Fire. St. Elmo's Fire.
Very good.
I'm
Michelle.
in the middle of watching that again right now, you guys.
Oh,
It's
really?
I've seen it so many times, but it's one of those man, that can get dark, that movie.
It is
Yes,
dark.
yes.
I don't think I've actually watched it outside of the movie theater.
Oh,
I think
really?
That's the last time I saw it. Yeah. And it was on the verge of all of my friends graduating.
Okay, number 3 goes to Kristin. What 1989 tear-jerking song from a mega tear-jerker movie begins with the line, "It must have been cold there in my shadow"? What is the name of the song?
The Wind Beneath My Wings.
This would be correct.
That was hard because I wanted to go beaches,
Right.
and that's
Right.
like
No, that is
that's
the
a
name
Jeopardy
of the movie.
mistake.
That's right. You got to slow down.
You got to think of the question.
Think it through. Okay. This one might be kind of hard. Just think. Okay. Not that I would say think to anyone, not just to you. Just anyone, I would say think. Which of these movie soundtracks had the most single releases? A. Dirty Dancing, B. Flashdance, C. Purple Rain, or D. Footloose?
That's really hard, but I think it's Purple Rain.
I'm sorry. That would be incorrect. Kristin?
Okay, can you read me the choices again?
Dirty Dancing, Flashdance, or Footloose?
Flashdance.
That would be incorrect also, ladies. Footloose,
Footloose?
had the
Damn
most with 7.
Let's
Purple
try
Rain.
to Let's see if we
Yes.
can name them, Kristen.
Yeah, good
Okay,
luck. 'cause
let's
I
hear
didn't
it for
even
the
know.
boy. Let's hear it for the boy.
Yep.
And Footloose. There we go. The end.
There we got two. Oh, Almost Paradise.
Yeah. Almost Paradise for sure.
Almost
What's the song they're
Paradise.
singing when the cars are going and she's standing, Ariel's standing with her
Holding up for a
feet?
hero in the end of the night.
Bonnie Tyler, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta
four.
be fast and it's gotta
The other
be so-
two probably weren't super big hits, but they were released. So one is called I'm Free. Heaven help.
I'm free.
Yeah.
Heaven help us.
Something that
The man,
is
yeah.
something.
And Somebody's Eyes.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
But how many did Purple Rain
Purple
have?
Rain had
'Cause-
5.
Oh, okay.
Baby, I'm a Star. I Would Die for You. Purple Rain.
Let's Go Crazy, right?
Let's Go Crazy.
I didn't write down these 5, so I'm
We're
not
gonna
sure.
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
There's got to be the slow one. What's the slow one?
Well, Purple Rain is the slow one.
No, what? No.
It's Doves Cry. It's When Doves Cry.
Oh, When Doves
oh,
Cry. It's
yeah.
Michelle
When Doves
comes through
Cry.
with the Prince
Yes.
clinch.
Yes,
No
that's
point
right.
for that though. No
I
point.
think I should just walk away with this now. Michelle got the last Prince song. What?
That's
and
true.
it's a big one too.
Listen,
Okay,
listeners,
that was a stumper.
you know what? Left is right and right is left. Nothing's real and everyone smokes right now.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All righty. So nobody got that one right.
No.
Bummer for you guys. Okay, Michelle, your turn to choose a category.
I'll do the Duran Duran one.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll know it. I don't know everything about Duran Duran, so we'll see.
For which band was Duran Duran the opening act in the USA in 1982? I'll give you choices. A, Bon Jovi. B, Journey. C, Blondie. Or D, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
I wouldn't have said any of those. Let's see. So I feel like I've known this at some point. I think it's Journey.
That would be incorrect. Sorry. Kristen?
I think it's Blondie.
It is Blondie.
Oh,
Kristen, name the title of Duran Duran's first album.
Oh, that's a trick question. Because I want to say Rio, but that's not. That's their second album, right? Damn it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say Duran Duran.
you're
That
right.
would be correct.
I am a good guesser.
On both of them, you're correct.
Oh.
Rio is their second album. Yeah.
I am such a good guesser.
So, Michelle, name the 2 Duran Duran hits that start with the letter N.
Oh,
What are you considering a hit?
Playing on
Because
the
I have
radio?
2, and one of them is definitely a hit, and one of them is a hit. They play it in concerts, but I don't know if it had commercial
Well,
success.
you know what? I think I'll give you, if you come up with 2 songs that they had that started with
So
N.
New Moon on Monday and Night Boat.
Oh, okay. I'll give you Night Boat, I guess. The other one, the one they had was Notorious.
Oh, yeah. No.
Notorious.
Yeah.
Kristen, next category.
I'm gonna go for Kristen's Sure Shots.
Kristen Sure Shots. Janet Jackson's single blank won an MTV Video Music Award for Best Choreography in 1987. A, Come Back to Me. B, Miss You So Much. C, The Pleasure Principle. D, Nasty.
Fudge. Because it's either my first instinct was Nasty, but really the better choreography is Pleasure Principle. But that's a personal opinion. The more popular one is definitely Nasty, but I'm going to go with Pleasure Principle.
That would be wrong. So,
God damn
Michelle,
it.
you have a
So
chance
I
to
guess
steal.
I'm going to just, because I felt the same exact things Kristen felt. So I'm going to say Nasty.
Maybe one of the downfalls to explaining your answer
Yes,
so
but
much
I
in
hand
your
you the
process.
answer.
That's right.
Good point.
Pleasure Principle, I actually had the video for Pleasure Principle recorded on a video cassette. I sat there watching MTV and just waited and waited and
Oh,
waited
wow.
and then pressed record. So I could and it had all the lines through it and everything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. It's the best choreography of any of her videos.
Well, maybe at our Patreon event, you could dance the choreography to the Pleasure Principle. I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm going to start working on that
Just
now.
throwing that out there.
I'm going to straighten my hair out like she has it all straight. And I'm going to get my black t-shirt. Okay. And my little Adidas tennis shoes.
Oh, okay. Well, next question goes to Michelle. Which song became the first U.S. #1 hit single for Prince? And I will give you 3 choices. Little Red Corvette, 1999, When Doves Cry.
I would like to choose D, all of the above. I'm just going to say one that just because I remember this being really popular, but I have no idea if it hit number one. And I'm going to say When Doves Cry.
That would be correct, Michelle.
Oh!
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, on to you, Kristin. Which of these Madonna songs did Prince play guitar on? Material Girl, Like a Prayer, Dear Jessie, or Hanky Panky?
This is going to be a total guess because
Okay.
I actually have never heard this before.
Oh.
I didn't know this. And so I'm going to, I don't know Hanky Panky, and I feel like I have here I am explaining myself and I might give away the answer. I feel like, no, stop talking, Kristin. Stop talking. I'm going to say Dear Jessie.
Sorry, that is not correct.
I'm going to say Like a Prayer.
Like a Prayer is correct.
Woo!
And that makes sense if you think about it, because she's got all of the religious iconography in there, and that's so in his wheelhouse.
That's
So it's
right.
almost like I can feel like he knocked on the door and said, "Hey, can I play guitar on your religious iconography song?"
I'm sure
Yeah,
that's just
and
what
to get to that answer, that was my train of thought, Kristin, or it was the last couple, it's been the last answer, so I'm going to go with the one that's the second.
The SAT logic? Yeah.
Yes.
Standardized testing logic.
Oh, gosh.
He did so much that was not revealed. Like that would have been a real, sort of like how we knew Eddie Van Halen played guitar on Beat It. That was something they used to make it a more popular song. If they had told us that, that would have been big news.
That's right. Well, I'm hoping that my facts are correct. I mean, I might get fact checked out there, but I'm taking these most from our
Martin
author
said
friend.
so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Martin says.
Alrighty. So our last question in this category is going to go to Michelle. Okay.
Okay.
I would like you to put the following Prince albums in chronological order.
Oh my God.
Oh,
From
fantastic.
earliest
Don't
to
worry,
most
Kristin. You'll get a
recent
chance to steal.
release. Okay. So
I'll try. I'm going to try, though, listeners. I'm not
Okay.
going to give up. Okay. Can I write them down on this
You
pad? That's
certainly
all I'm
can.
doing.
I might write also.
It's, I'm giving you 3 albums.
Okay.
Controversy, Purple Rain, and Parade. Put those in chronological order.
Okay. This is just this is a complete guess. I'm going Purple Rain, Parade, Controversy.
That would be incorrect.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I'm not going to tell her.
Because
You
I
get
want
a
that
chance to
point.
steal. Yeah, for sure. You
All
need
right.
it.
I want that point.
The chance to steal, Kristin.
Controversy, Purple Rain, Parade.
That would be correct. Yes. So
Just the way
good
she
job.
read it.
I know. That was her sure
That's
shot.
tricky.
All righty. Good job, ladies, and Kristin sure shot. Now, what category would be next? Michelle.
I want the one that we have to say the next line, just because that seems kind of fun.
Okay. Yeah. So that's going to be sing a song. Okay. Here we go.
I tried out to Tom for the song. You put the boom.
Oh.
Jitterbug into my brain. Goes a bang, bang, bang. Till my feet do the same.
Yes.
That's what it
Very
is.
good.
Wow.
All righty. Good job. Next one.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself.
Today's music ain't got the same soul. I want that old time rock and roll. I need that old time rock and roll.
Oh, what? Oh my
Both
God.
Are
my
not
God.
right.
Sorry.
Both are not right? Okay, I thought I had it before. When you started to sing it, I thought that's what it is. And now I'm worse. Now I have no idea.
Can I steal back or no? I know what
So
it
are
is
you
now.
going to make an attempt at all, Kristin?
Okay, wait. I might have to have you play it one more time. Okay, wait. Oh, maybe I'll just do it in my head. Hold on.
Take those old records off.
I sit and listen to them by myself. I don't have anything.
I know it now.
Well, she had some of the words, but not they
shit.
weren't
I know it
correct.
now.
Okay. Go ahead.
Today's
Kristen.
music ain't got the same soul. I'd like that old time rock and roll.
I'd like that.
I'd like
I'd
that.
like that.
I like that.
That seems very formal.
Right, doesn't it?
It does.
I want that old time rock and roll. I
Bob
think that was
Seger,
better.
that was too formal for Kristen.
It was too formal. I would not have gotten that. I would not have gotten to I'd like.
Okay. Well, Kristen, you get a chance at this one, okay?
Okay.
A little beginning here. Sorry.
I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man without a soul. Wait. I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man.
Okay.
No, I don't have it. Okay.
Okay.
What is it, Michelle?
Yes, Michelle?
I'm a man who doesn't know
That's correct.
Good.
how to set the contradiction.
You come and go. You come and go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Come.
Yep. Okay. Girl power. And we are starting with Kristen. Kristen, whose baby took the morning train in 1981?
Sheena Easton's baby.
That would be correct.
My baby takes
I
the
wasn't
morning
thinking it like
train.
that. I was like thinking of like a
Works
character.
from
Like I wasn't
9
thinking of
to
who
5
sang in it. That's funny.
Michelle, name 3 of the 5 Madonna 80s hits that begin with the letter L.
Well, there's Like a Virgin.
But you only have to do 3. Yeah.
Oh.
This is really hard though. I'm not a big Madonna person, so this is hard. Like a Virgin, Lucky Star, Vogue. No, just kidding. That's all I got.
Okay. Sorry. Kristen.
Okay,
That's
so
okay.
3 of the
I
5
didn't know.
80s hits that started with L.
Correct.
Like a Virgin and Lucky Star and there are 5 of them. What the hell, man? Papa don't preach.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
This video included probably a lot of religious iconic.
Oh, Like a Prayer.
Yes.
Oh,
God
Like a
damn it.
Prayer, sure. Yeah.
What was the word? Iconography.
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 Yeah,
Iconography.
like a prayer. We just talked about it. Oh my
Right.
God, we just talked
We
about it.
just talked about
What?
it.
I know. What can I tell you
Hey,
guys?
you know what?
Pay
It's
attention.
episode 1. We got to get back into
That's
that.
right. Okay.
Our brains are fried.
Kristen, you should hopefully know this. Name Irene Cara's 2 smash hits that are also the title songs of 2 films.
Fame, I'm gonna live forever. What a feeling.
What is that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Flashdance.
Very
What a
good.
feeling.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Okay, so here we go. Karen Woodward, Siobhan Fahey, and Sarah Dolan formed what group in 1981?
I mean, we're going back to now the last question I had.
Right.
It's not Salt and Peppa. I know that.
No, 1981.
But you know what?
I'm going to say it's like
stick in the kitchen.
No, you already said expose. It's not
Stick in the
expose.
kitchen.
Stick in
It's
the kitchen. Hang out in your kitchen.
it's,
Oh, no.
wait, is that a clue?
Maybe.
Hang out in your kitchen?
Well, you said Salt and Peppa, and I was like, well, stay in the kitchen.
Okay, and so what's in the kitchen? They're not the Blenders, because that's like the Christmas a cappella group, right? And they're not the Waitresses, because that doesn't have all women. That's got men in it too, and that would be at a restaurant.
Thinking of like things in your fridge.
Yeah. The
Cheese,
condiments.
milk,
The
steak,
Butterbell.
hamburgers.
Oh, my goodness.
What else is in your kitchen?
Your
Chairs,
kitchen
stools.
has-
The stools.
you have a stove and you have a spatula. And you also have hand soap.
And you have
And you have
water, and
a
you have
dish
dishes,
towel,
cups,
Dishes,
glasses.
cups.
You're
The
way
cup.
overthinking, my friends.
Oh, God. Stay in your kitchen.
You also have, you know what else you have? You have family time. You have good times. You have meals. You have breakfast.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And dinner. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, we need another hint, Carolyn. This is clearly a group effort.
Okay, then I guess I'll say yellow.
Yellow. Bananarama.
Bananarama.
Bananarama. I did it. Okay.
And banana, your fruit in your kitchen.
Yes.
Yes. Bananas in your fruit
Yeah.
bowl.
She got that though. I didn't. That wasn't a group effort at all. I didn't come up with
Okay,
bananarama.
I will give Kristin a point for that. All right, and then Kristin, this is your question. Spell the last name of the rocker who dared the world to hit me with your best shot in 1980.
Oh, this feels like a trick. Like, it seems so easy, but it's going to be that middle one that's going to be hard.
It's one of
gonna
two letters.
Right. It's Benatar. Ben.
Yes.
Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Michelle, where does Suzanne Vega's Luca live?
Oh my God! On the very first floor. It's on the very. It's either. Wait.
Oh my God, I'm like Horseshack over here.
We will get to you, Kristin, if Michelle gives us the wrong answer. Don't worry.
I think it's the very first floor. It's either the very first floor or the very top floor.
Neither of those would be correct. Sorry, Michelle.
That's okay.
Kristin?
I didn't claim to know it.
His name is Luca. He lives on the second floor.
Yes, he lives
the
on the
second
second
He lives
floor.
upstairs from you. I know
Yes.
did the something before.
Okay, ladies, now it's not tied anymore. It is 15-12. Shit. Yeah. So, but that's okay. We have our last category. It's anybody's game, really. It's close. It is
Yep,
close.
it's close.
And this is going to be called Whose Line Is It Anyway? And here we go.
Oh, it's not his name is Luca. It's my name is Luca.
That's
I
right.
live on the second floor. I live upstairs from you.
Kristin, what popular 80s song contains the following words? Part-time, Mr. McGee, leisurely, secondhand store, and five and dime.
Raspberry beret.
Very good. That would be correct.
Find in a secondhand store.
All right. So this goes to Michelle. What popular 80s song contains the following words? Rusted, Chrysler, Whale, Shimmies, and Tin Roof.
It's so hard not to sing that. I'm like, shut up, Kristin.
Well, then just do it because I don't know it, and obviously you do. So I'll go for it.
Tin Roof. Rusted. Love Shack. Baby Love Shack.
Right, yeah.
It would
Love
be
Shack.
Love Shack.
Baby Love Shack.
Okay.
Sign says, "Oh, stay away, fool."
Yes.
There's no room at the Love Shack. Well, it sits right back from a
Oh my God, she knows
little
all
place.
the words.
I love that song.
Except the one.
Tin Roof.
I
and
know.
Rusted.
No, I get it.
It's
I would
just
be
that
this-
when you say them out,
I totally
you don't
get it.
ridicule me, but when you say it
no.
out of context like that,
Of course.
I didn't know.
That's
it.
why it's hard. I know.
That's
I
a
know, I
good
know.
game. I like
love
that
that
when you're
song.
just picking out words. That's a good game.
You see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Wow, you guys, the judges just have tallied up the score, and it could not have been closer. It was neck and neck right up until that last question.
Up to Tin Roof.
But you guys, and I think Michelle won.
I did not.
Unless I put a tally in the wrong place.
There's no
it was
way, 'cause
14
before
to
that-
13.
There's
Okay.
no way.
No,
that
you said
last
I had
category, she had
15.
15 and I had 12. And
You
I didn't
took
get
two
any
away?
of those.
Did you take 2 of my points away?
Oh, yeah, 15. That's 5. Okay, yeah, you have 8. Yes, okay. Sorry, here we go again, ladies. Okay.
No, that stays in.
So, Kristin, it wasn't neck and neck. You won. You had 18 points to Michelle's 13 points.
Woohoo!
So there you go. Congratulations.
I'm the
So,
wiener.
yeah, so Michelle, be getting those dancing shoes out and doing a little practicing
I
because
will.
Kristin is going to get to decide what live dance you will do for our patrons.
Oh, it's easy. I already know. Well, okay, I'm not going to commit to this, but I do think, so if I come up with something better, I have the right to change my mind, but I just think it would make for really good video to do the moonwalk.
Oh, excellent. I
Yeah.
love the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
I never said I was good at it, but I
Doesn't
love
matter.
doing it.
Yeah.
That's all righty. Great. Well, good. Well, we will look forward to seeing that. You can start
Excellent.
practicing. Get out your
No, my Heelys.
moonwalk shoes, your moon boots, whatever it takes.
It's my Capizios.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what real dancers would have, Capizios. So we'll look forward to that. So now, again, listeners, greatest time to sign up for Patreon would be now,
sure.
because you'll get to see this once in a lifetime.
Yeah, right
live
now we have
performance.
patrons like canceling left and right. Please don't
They're
make
busy
me.
that night. Something suddenly came up. Right. Well, thank you, everybody. Our contestants, Kristin and Michelle, you guys were so much fun. Our listening audience. And me, Carolyn, your host.
And me, Carolyn.
Thank you. And stay tuned again, because this is just the first of many Rewinding the 80s.
Yes, that is it for today's episode of Rewinding the 80s. Thank you so much for joining us, and in honor of everyone's favorite game show host, this is Bob Barker reminding you to help control the pet population, have your pets spayed and neutered. And if you'd like to play Rewinding the 80s at home, you'll find links to the resources we used in this week's Weekly Reader, the PCPS's email newsletter. The Weekly Reader is free, only once a week, and a great way to get you more info about each week's episode. You can sign up in our Linktree on Instagram or on our website at poppreservationist.com.
And if you like what you hear, and so many of you leave the nicest reviews on Apple Podcasts to tell us and others that you do, please tell a friend about our podcast. And then maybe they'll tell a friend, and they'll tell a friend, and so on, and so on, and so on. And to those of us who support us via Patreon, you are next level, and we mean that sincerely and literally. This podcast would cease to exist without you. Today, we're giving a special welcome and shout out to our newest patrons, Christina, Heather, Sean, Karen, Jody, Sharon, Jill, Elizabeth, and Claire. We're hugging you guys so hard right now.
Thank you.
feel
Thank
it?
you.
And also, one more thing. If you've read Worldwide Crush and you enjoyed it, one of the nicest things you could do for me is to leave a review wherever you buy books online. It doesn't matter where you bought the book, you can still leave a review at the big online retailers. Even a single sentence can make a big difference for me. In the meantime, let's raise our glasses for a toast, courtesy of Santa Monica's funniest roommates on Three's Company. To good times.
2 happy days.
To Little House on the Prairie. Cheers.
Cheers.
The information, opinions, and comments expressed on the Pop Culture Preservation Society podcast belong solely to Carolyn, the Crushologist, and Hello Newman, and are in no way representative of our employers or affiliates. And though we truly believe we are always right, there is always a first time. The PCPS is written, produced, and recorded in Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of the fictional WJM Studios and our beloved Mary Richards. Nanu Nanu, keep on truckin', and may the force be with you.
Spread a little love and it will keep moving on. Something always happens whenever we're together.